guys, welcome back to my channel. So Keemstar reached out to me and at first I just thought he was trolling. I just thought he wanted to like get a little comment in. My team and I have just been like tweeting about Keemstar, which reminds me, follow us on Twitter, HotTYT, if you want like funny little tweets about all the tea. But basically I just thought he was like trolling like always, but apparently not, because he sent a video and I just thought I would share the video with you guys. He apparently watched the video that we made on For Sure Paid Us on his podcast and disagrees with a couple of things that I had to say on the fucking video. So I asked him to elaborate and he didn't really. So let's just watch the video together.
Ethan Klein is a fucking coward. The reason why he doesn't want Gabby Hanna on is not because he doesn't want to offend Trisha. Let's be real. Motherfucker's been throwing a lot of daggers at Trisha ever since the breakup of the podcast. I mean, that's literally insane. But the real reason why he wouldn't have Gabby Hanna on is because Gabby Hanna's going to bring up the point where you were saying Keemstar had bad takes on mental health, and then 10 minutes later in the same exact podcast, Ethan Klein says, maybe we should give an award to Gabby Hanna for the biggest mental breakdown. I mean, we're talking about a hypocritical fucking open bar buffet salad. It's all right there. But there's wars, right? And there's sides, and there's like these biased opinions, and there's these groups. You know, of course, I got the guys and the gamer bros on my side who hate all of you. Literally you, all the T channels, Ethan. You guys are straight trash, right? And then, of course, you got your whole side where you can't look at anything unbiased either. I mean, it's just a big fat joke. I mean, you guys operate your opinions based on emotion, not facts. We do facts and logic. So I would love to sit down and have a fucking debate and destroy every single one of you motherfuckers because you're actually legitimately stupid.
And so my team and I had a little discussion about it. So here's a little clip of the little discussion. So this video that he sent me, what was it about? Because I'm just very confused. What we said on this channel that like takes him off so much that he felt the need to send this video calling me stupid, literally. All T channels stupid.
You're actually legitimately stupid.
So
he's a T channel.
He's a T channel. That's what pisses me off. And like, we'll get into this in a second. He adds in these like subconscious, like misogynistic remarks here and there. What's the difference between a T channel and like a news reporting channel, as you try to call yourself? Is it just the name, or is it just because like I'm a girl?
I think it's because you're a girl.
He provided such a strict divide between us and them being the gamer boys, the boys, and us being the T girls.
Of course, I got the guys and the gamer bros on my side who hate all of you. Literally you, all the T channels, Ethan. You guys are straight trash, right? And then, of course, you got your whole side where you can't look at anything unbiased either. I mean, it's just a big fat joke. I mean, you guys operate your opinions based on emotion, not facts. We do facts and logic.
The gamer boys are the people who speak from facts and logic, and we're emotional. That's what pissed me off. You know, I wasn't going to like accept his debate or chat proposal until he said this, because I was like, fam, we'll see who's going to be the emotional one here. But, you know, of course, he slightly may have chickened out at the very last second, which I get. I mean, like, I'm not an easy target. I'm kind of like hard to debate with, so I understand if he wouldn't want to go through that.
Who's the one sending direct video messages? Like, his feelings are clearly hurt or something. He walked around his pool and like yelled at us, basically.
All right, so what's with this Ethan versus Keem situation? Because I think a lot of people are confused on that.
So to really pinpoint when all this beef started between H3 and Keem, we gotta go all the way back to the one podcast episode they did together. You know, they were trying to be cordial, they were trying to be fun together, but you can tell, like, there's tension. Also, Ethan was making a lot of comments about, like, oh, you're the most hated person on YouTube, Keem. Like, how does it feel? I guess that didn't sit well with Keem. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It must have been, like, just an accumulation of a lot of little stuff that Keem started posting photos of horses to H3 on Twitter. Now, more recently, this guy named Some Ordinary Gamer came out with this video just criticizing Ethan on his hypocrisy and all that stuff, like full of evidence. And H3 made like a rebuttal to that, where he just disproved everything that he said, and some warrior gamer was like, oh, you're right, you know what, your points make sense, like, I'm so sorry for making the video originally. But Keem really liked that video, I guess. He was like, oh, this is a perfect video, like, exposing his hypocrisies and everything. He started also this rumor about how Ethan was going through a lawsuit, not this one, the one they had like before. It was a copyright and fair use lawsuit. So a lot of YouTubers felt personally attacked by this lawsuit. So they decided to raise money for Ethan's, case, for his lawyers and everything. So Keem, what he's saying, he started this rumor that it was basically fraudulent. Ethan didn't have that. Like, he was like, this is crazy. This is where the huge beef starts. Like, beef city, baby. Like, steak beef. Ethan started this series, basically this whole documentary called The Content Nuke of every single shitty thing that Keemstar has done. And that got a little crazy because through those videos, he was able to get a lot of Keemstar's sponsors to just leave him. Like G Fuel, I think, left him, which was like his main sponsor. So the Content Nuke really riled up Keemstar. I think he's been waiting to do something to Ethan that is legal and also permitted by YouTube. So right now, what he's doing is technically not violating any YouTube guidelines.
And the thing is, I'm not necessarily pro Ethan either, right? Like, yeah, I've said I think he's funny in a couple of videos, but I'm not sitting here trying to like defend the fuck out of Ethan.
You're not a foot soldier.
So it just doesn't make sense that he starts his video off talking about like why Ethan did this was wrong. I don't care, man. And I'm not necessarily against Keemstar either. I said it in the group as well, like, I have a soft spot for Keem because he defended me when Trisha Paytas was, like, copyright striking the fuck out of my channel, right? All these years, I've been trying to, like, stay more lenient on him, but it's getting more and more difficult to defend him, especially with the mental health stuff and the way that he just talks about women, the way he talks about his girlfriend. I don't know. I think both Ethan and Keem have done, like, some fucked up shit in the past, have said some fucked up shit in the past. I think everyone just needs to like take accountability and then stop reusing the old things over and over again. Because there's so many videos also of Ethan saying like fucked up shit.
I think that Keemstar's infractions, I guess, are objectively so much worse than anything that Ethan has done.
I think Ethan would just push a joke too far.
And I also saying that somebody can't be essayed because like in the mouth because like, oh, I don't get the physics.
You don't have to, man.
Terrifying that his like audience of like primarily young men are just out there thinking that that's not possible.
When I saw that, I like didn't know what to do with myself because I was so mad and I felt like I needed to educate him and scream at him. I didn't know how to do that.
Tried to do that, would just say you're speaking from emotions. When in reality,
Keemstar, you go on Twitter and yell at everybody for 2 minutes at a time.
But what is it called when it's a man?
Are you kidding?
You can't call it hysterical when it's a man.
Yeah.
And it's just, then he's just spitting facts because it's him.
The difference between the two, in my opinion, is how each of them have moved forward and like acknowledged it, reacted to it, and like changed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not aware of any type of like acknowledgement. Yes,
Totally.
I said this, it was messed up, and here's how, or tell me how I can change. I want to do better. He's never in the wrong in his
Even in the circumstances, I remember that whole like mouth essay thing. In the circumstances where he's like, oh, tell me if I'm wrong, and a bunch of people tell him that he's wrong, and then just nothing happens after that. So it's like, okay, either that didn't help change your mind or you didn't change your mind.
I feel like Ethan says so many things. I don't know if it's so many things, but he just like makes it clear that he has empathy and emotion and is like a human who is developing over time with the rest of us. And Keemstar just seems so still for a 39-year-old man.
In the name of logic and trying to keep it as fact.
He almost like dives deeper into whatever he's wrong about just to push it further. until he feels like he's said it the loudest and therefore is right.
He did say in his latest podcast episode about his like views on mental health. He says, I have some fucked up views on mental health, but I'm trying to learn about it. So that's the only acknowledgement that I think he's made. But this was like literally yesterday.
Props to him for acknowledging it. I'm not going to sit there and try. Like, even now to this day, if if Keemstar was to even now sit down and be like, yeah, I'm humbling myself down to earth and saying that I've messed up, I would listen to him. He seems to think that channels that speak from emotion are just like below him.
Your name is called Drama Alert.
It's physically impossible for anybody to not have a bias. That bias in one way or another is going to be represented. And I like to think that we give you the facts and the screenshots and the evidence, and then we give our opinion so that you know where we stand and you can make your decision accordingly, right?
Yeah, we
freaking Fox News is biased, like heavily biased.
I don't even feel like we're biased though to a point where we're telling anybody how to feel or that anything that we're saying is fact. We're putting it out there. We're not like skewing it in any way. The most that we do is throw in like an opinion or two about something because sometimes things you can't stay quiet about. But I think like generally we're pretty fair.
The majority of our videos, Ray is just reading straight up quotes, and then we'll give her little commentary piece.
On that same topic, like I tried to be very unbiased on like a Gabby Hanna video. People came for me. People were like, you can't be unbiased in a situation like this. If you're not anti-Gabby, you're this, and that. Like, I literally cannot win. I can't win on the internet. Speaking of Gabby, I also wanted to touch on Keemstar mentioning on his podcast that all the T channels are so anti-Gabby. I don't think he's watched any other video than that one video that I made about him. I have gotten so much hate on my channel for defending Gabby. Yeah, I have like 20 videos on her, but half of it is defending her. Because it depends on the situation. When it comes to, I honestly like think with the Trisha Paytas situation, Gabby is 100% on the right. I think Trisha Paytas was just being a mean girl to her. But he just loves to generalize T channels into one so he can fit it into his narrative that like T channels are bad, but like Drama Alert is good.
T channels just get such a bad rep, and it's like, we're just people, like just talking about internet stuff. It's not that deep until we're talking about crimes.
It's not like we're spying and like sneaking. It's like things that these creators put out there themselves, and then we just talk about it. So it's like, what are we doing?
There's this association with gossip. It's the same thing he's doing. It's still reporting, but I always say, along with the reporting, I'm also a commentary channel. Obviously now we're trying to like kind of push down a little bit on the commentary, but it's still going to be there. And I don't think we can ever completely eliminate it.
And I don't think you should, because it humanizes you to your, to the audience.
Yeah.
Right? Like adding in comments.
Having said that, I would have loved to hear him out. I would have loved to do a debate. He did apologize slightly for the mental health comments, but it was it was in passing in a Trisha Paytas podcast, Nobody who actually wants to find that is going to find out where it is. So I think he needs to like genuinely like sit down and talk about these and acknowledge the things that he said. Because he keeps saying, oh yeah, I've had a terrible past. Have you acknowledged it? Like people are still going to bring up the terrible past if you've never apologized for your terrible past.
And if it's not in the past too, like if your actions haven't changed, it doesn't matter. It's like, you can't just say, yeah, I'm really fucked up, but at least I've said that I'm fucked up. Like that doesn't like it doesn't fix anything.
Okay, I'm gonna play the thing.
The reason why he doesn't want Gabby Hanna on is not because he doesn't want to offend Trisha. Let's be real. Motherfucker's been throwing a lot of daggers.
This was such a short comment in a video where I talked about Ethan should have Gabby on his podcast. And he's starting off the video with that. I'm not that passionate about it.
And he's also like, he's missing the main picture and the big point of the video itself.
I asked him to elaborate on how am I misstating the facts. This is what he said. This was the biggest misstatement in the video. And it's literally like just a guess as to why Ethan Klein doesn't have Gabby on the podcast. Very, very like minuscule detail, not what we care about.
An assumption
Exactly. It's just an assumption.
But the real reason why he wouldn't have Gabby Hanna on is because Gabby Hanna's going to bring up the point where you were saying Keemstar had bad takes on mental health, and then 10 minutes later in the same exact podcast, Ethan Klein says, maybe we should give an award to Gabby Hanna for the biggest mental breakdown. I mean, we're talking.
Ethan made an insensitive joke. Nobody's perfect. We all just make stupid jokes. I've made, God knows, terrible jokes on the channel. If you're making as much content as Ethan is, like, you're gonna slip up here and there. That's one thing, but I think the extent to the comments that Keemstar has made online, it's incomparable.
Daniel, you called people weak and that depression didn't exist. And
Is his name
everybody
Daniel?
gets sad. You just have to work harder. Yeah, Daniel.
Oh,
I was trying to remember it. I knew it was some generic. I was like, Dylan.
where did
Jacob.
Jacob come from?
It feels weird calling a 40-year-old man Keemstar. I don't know.
I literally thought his name was Keem. Where did Keem come
His
from?
last name.
That's his
I
last
think
name.
it's Keem.
Okay. Keemstar. I'm just realizing.
Yeah, he's calling himself a star.
That sounds like something like a 12-year-old would put on his like username for like
Probably did. Probably did.
Like Keemstar at AOL.
I can't wait for his audience to come at me. I just love when people are just like, because they don't have any like basis for their arguments. So I'm just like, kid, you're not making sense. You really can make it to the real world.
Yeah, they're just echoing whatever their like king has said.
And there's these groups, you know, of course, I got the guys and the gamer bros on my side who hate all of you. Literally you, all the T channels, Ethan, you guys are straight trash, right? And then, of course, you got...
You guys are straight trash.
I don't understand what the difference is. He comments on the same people.
It's real. I think he's making it a gender thing. I think that's
It has to be.
Yeah.
I've got the guys, and then he's like,
The gamer bros.
he's saying everything he can say without saying, y'all are just clean women with emotion.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's the same
And
shit.
this is why I would have loved to debate him. Like, I'm university educated. I think I fucking would have killed him, but whatever. I get it.
You can't look at anything unbiased either. I mean, it's just a big fat joke. I mean, you guys operate your opinions based on emotion, not facts. We do facts and logic. So I would love to sit down and have a f***ing debate and destroy every single one of you motherfuckers because you're actually legitimately stupid.
Okay, facts and logic. Come at me, dude. Don't put that in.
It's like, come at me. Wait, just kidding.
Also, I don't think you can possibly call someone stupid to their face without putting emotion in that statement. That's a
true.
bias.
You seem pretty upset, bro.
So you didn't send a video back that was like, you're stupid. You're the dumb one. Imagine if you sent that video. You'd be like, oh God, girls, your emotions.
Must be on her period. That's what he would have said.
Yeah.
Sorry for my emotions. Sorry, I'm being hysterical.
Oh, I'm such a dumb little woman. Oh.
I need to protect her with my money. That's what he said about his girlfriend. And the thing is, like, I wouldn't even have as big of a problem with the age gap. Like, it's a big age gap, but like the way that he spoke about her.
She can't even drink legally. Like, they can't even like go out to bars together.
They're at such different stages in life, or they should be. And he's just like, well, I'm mentally 12. And it's like, maybe don't brag about that. Maybe maybe fix that. That's not good. Don't.
Because isn't your brain like not fully developed until you're like 25 or something?
That's according to Trisha Paytas. That's where I got that.
No, it's
stat from.
actually true.
It is
I
true,
don't know.
yeah. I googled it for that video.
Okay.
Hey, facts and logic, what's up?
Logic.
Guys, I just realized my laundry was going on this entire time. Could you guys hear that?
No.
Okay, cool. Hopefully it doesn't get into the mic. Thanks everyone so much for making it to this. It was
Thank
so last
you.
minute, but I just had like a random idea that this would be pretty cool. And yeah, that was it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you like this like style and format of videos. And hey, I might my phone. I might film more with my team is what I was trying to say. So let me know if you like it in the comments down below. Also, you guys can follow like my team members on Instagram and YouTube. They have like their little individual accounts. Everything's going to be in the description down below, so check that out as well. Keemstar, if you're watching this, I'm still down for a little debate. We'll see. Well, I don't know if you could handle me. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single day now. All right, bye-bye.